Blower won't run when AC comes on. I did have a bad run capacitor and replaced that, but still the same problem. The blower does run when set to on, but won't run on auto and cool.
Hello, this can be solved easily to find which part is bad. Remove the top portion of thermostat.locate the wire on R and the wire on G. Touch them together. If the fan starts equals bad thermostat, if the fan does not start equals relay on circuit board. If you have any further questions, please let me know. Billy.
Shorted R and G together, fan runs. Replaced thermostat.same problem. Fan won't run when set to cool and AC won't run if fan set to on. Cool flashes on thermostat. What's next? Relist, other. Would like to know why my blower isn't working correctly. Have replaced run capacitor and thermostat. Blower won't run when set to cool and AC won't run when fan set to on.
Hi, sorry you're having trouble. I'm Tom. I'll do my best to help and opt out if I cannot. Billy is offline at the moment. So to make sure I understand. R to G. Fan runs. If you simply switch the thermostat to fan on, does the fan run? Disregard AC for the moment.
Yes, fan runs when set to on. Then if I switch to cool, fan continues but AC unit won't come on. With fan on auto, AC unit will run, but fan does not. This just started Sunday morning, found the bad capacitor and was hoping that was the problem. But obviously have a bigger issue. Thanks.
That sounds like a problem with the control board. But let me ask a couple of more questions. How many wires to the thermostat? Which colors to which terminals? Probably okay. But thought I'd check. Second. You mentioned cool was flashing on the new thermostat. That indicates that it has a call for cool but is in time delay. To prevent compressor short cycling. Usually about 3 minutes or so. Did you wait for it to stop flashing to see if the AC started?
4 wires, red to R, yellow to Y, green to G and white to W. Even I can't screw that up. I didn't wait for the delay to end, I'm just worried that when the AC did kick on the blower doesn't run. That's never happened. So I'm sure after the delay it will be the same.
If the AC does kick on after time delay. And the fan doesn't T. Then it would indicate a bad board in the furnace. You should however be able to turn on AC and auto fan and still run the fan. I think I ran into one once that wouldn't work that way. But don't remember the brand. I just remember having to hot wire the fan motor until I could get a board. Do you have the model of your furnace? I can try and find out a little more about the board if you have that. In the meantime, let that stat time out and see what happens. Tom.
Sorry, had to step away for a moment. Furnace is a Rheem Criterion model RGDJ10 EMER. That time the AC unit came on right away, no delay, but no blower again.
So. This time. With AC running. And no blower. If you switch it to fan on, will the AC keep going?
Yes sir, switch fan to on and AC unit still working. But no fan.
Okay. First. I cannot find any documentation of your unit online. Rheem is sort of that way. My feeling is that you have a defective cooling relay on the control board. Just to make sure I understand. Fan on works with no cooling. Cooling works in auto or fan mode. Just no fan. I'd have to say a bad relay and the board is configured such that it won't give you fan on in cool mode. As I mentioned, I've run into that once before. Pretty unusual. A guy could verify with a voltmeter. Or another idea, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, is to tap on the relay to see if it will intermittently at least come to life. But you want to be careful. If you aren't comfortable working around the inside of the furnace with power on. By all means do not. I would shut AC off for now so as not to damage the compressor. Let me know if you want to proceed any further. Tom.
Yes, I want to get this fixed. I'm roasting. I actually worked in the HVAC industry for about a year, so I'm comfortable working on the furnace. But the basic scenario is this: with thermostat off, fan will run when set to on. Move to cool, fan keeps running, AC will not. Turn back off and set fan to auto. Set to cool, AC will come on, fan does not. It's like a vice versa thing. They just aren't working together anymore. I'll bang on the relay, but you also mentioned a workaround until I can get a new board. And where the heck can I get a board to replace myself? I don't want to have to pay an HVAC company a boatload of money.
http://www.comfortgurus.com/product_info.php/products_id/2201. Check this. A pic of a board for a ream. Your may look a little different. If it has two relays, black box. One is for heat, one for cool fan speed. If it has three, one is for an electronic air cleaner. I would shut off the 220 breaker to your outdoor A/C. So the compressor doesn't run with no fan. Turn stat to A/C. Let it time and start even though it's off. It should send power to the board. Then try tapping on relays. There may be a door safety switch you'll have to hold down. Or tape down or something. Tape it down before setting stat to cool. If you interrupt the power once it's calling for cool. It will shut off power to the stat with door switch open. Hope that made sense. If tapping on the relay doesn't produce a result. You would need to test the relay output with a voltmeter. But I can almost guarantee you have a bad relay. Bypassing would simply involve taking the wire from the cool terminal from the fan motor. And taking to line 1 power. You might have to make a splice, or an easier solution would be to use a double spade connector. Where you can hook 2 spade onto one terminal. Let me know if you have a question about this before proceeding. Thanks. Tom.
Yep. My board looks just like that, without the third relay. So would I take from the cool lug on the board to the L1 terminal, is that what you mean?
Yes. Make sure power is off. Basically you're bypassing the relay. And taking the cool speed wire from the motor directly to 120 volts so it will run continuous. If that would fail. You could have a bad motor winding. But that is pretty rare to lose only one speed in a motor. It happens. But not as often as losing a board relay. Tom.
Cool. Thanks for all the help. Unfortunately, I have to leave and we'll try this tomorrow. Can I keep this thread open with you, or are they going to charge me again? And that link to the board is the one I need, right? Thanks again, Tom. You've been a big help.
I would double check model numbers and such on the board. Or I can look into it more as well between now and then. Yes, you can reply back here. Your dollar is in an account. And stays there until you rate my answer. I don't get paid until you are satisfied. So short answer. No, you don't pay again. Your original deposit is still there until you accept an answer. Reply back whenever. I check a couple of times a day. Usually around this time. Tom, I would shop around on the board too. That is the first one I pulled up just to look at. Tom 41092.9662138889.
Will do. Once again, thanks Tom. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Let me know how it comes out and we can go from there. Tom.
Hey Tom, bypass the relay and it's working. I have air. So obviously a bad relay. I found a brand new board on eBay for $120. Cheapest I could find. So not bad. I just want to thank you again. You saved me from having to call a technician out here and saved me a ton of cash.
Good deal. That is the only way I get compensated. You can do it now or after you install the board. Either way, you're welcome to reply back here with more questions. No extra fee. Thank you. Tom.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.